Dixieland Delight is still a song about Tennessee. Dalton Knecht is still not participating in Dry January. And the Vols roll the tide. Happy Saturday afternoon. My name is Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. Happy to come at you after another victory. Saturdays are for the Volunteers. 3 straight Saturdays. Ole Miss comes to town undefeated. They leave with a loss. Tennessee goes to Athens last week to play Georgia, undefeated in conference. Georgia leaves with a loss. Alabama comes to town today, 4-0 in the SEC. Alabama leaves Knoxville, 4-1 in the SEC. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share it out. Make sure you subscribe. Tennessee rolls, pun intended, 91-71. This is a game that would not have been this close had it not been for some whistle happy referees today. Tennessee come out of the gates hot. Tennessee stifled that number one offense that we've heard about all week. Wasn't a ball game. Never was a ball game. Alabama cut it at one point, latter part of the first half to 10. Tennessee got it back over 10, never looked back. They come out of the gates hot in the second half. And just, it was never a ball game today. It was never a ball game. Tennessee was the more physical team. Tennessee was better offensively. Tennessee was much better defensively. Something had to give with that number one offense versus a top 5 defense. There was not a point today to where Alabama, they got out muscled, they got out physical, they got harassed all day long. This Tennessee defense was smothering today. Everybody. Ziegler, you had your one guy. I said it in the pregame. I said there will be one guy that scores for Alabama. The rest will get shut down. It was Sears. But these Tennessee guys, they let him score. And he still didn't have an easy game, an easy day of it. If he went to the basket, he ended up on the ground a lot of times. That's old school basketball right there. You go back and watch old videos of the NBA. You went to the hoop, your ass was on the ground. That's what Tennessee does. You don't get in there and get a freebie like they allow in the NBA. Now, they were more physical, as I keep saying. Just a better team. I didn't see Ken Palm had both these teams top 10. I did not see. I saw a top 5 team in Tennessee today. That's where I'm going to go with this because I'm going to give all the credit in the world to Tennessee. They were good offensively. They were awesome defensively today. And getting into the stats, and there's some good things I liked. You've got your regular. Dalton Knecht, once again today, 25 points. I said he'd go for 40 today. He didn't have a good shooting day. I mean, he was 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 1 of 6 from 3-point, 8 out of 20 field goal. That's a bad day for him, but he still had 25 points. Jonas Adu, once again, 19 points. He was having a field day inside. He was having a field day inside. 2 guys today. Welcome back. Welcome back, Santiago Vescovi. Welcome back, Justin Gainey. Both guys had big baskets in the first half that really helped propel this team. And just going through the box score today, Adu 19, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks. He should have had more than that. He should have had more blocks than that. The officials blew a couple fouls on him that were absolutely not fouls. He should have had at least 6 or 7 blocks today. Dalton Knecht, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Zakai Ziegler, 8 points, 4 steals, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Just a solid day overall. His defense was very good today. Vescovi, 10 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. I thought he had a good game today. One of his better games he's had in a bit. He still missed some open threes that really could have compounded that lead. Josiah Jordan-James, 1 point, 4 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals. He's hit a stretch right now. He's effective defensively, offensively, not so much. Waka had a rough game today. 0 points. The only reason he's even listed on the statistics, he was 0 of 1 from the free throw line. And he had 3 fouls. Other than that, it was all zeros all the way across. Freddie DeLeon, 5 points. Justin Gainey, 15 points. This was big for him. 4 out of 7 field goals, 3 out of 5 3-point, 4 out of 4 free throw line. Jemai Mashak, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Just a solid game for him. And I keep saying it with this guy. I really think he could score more points if he was more of a focal point. He's not bad offensively. He has gotten so much better offensively. He just doesn't take a lot of shots. He's a perfect example of a selfless player. Jemai Mashak, great team guy on this team. He does the dirty work, but he can score a little bit. He's scoring 8 points on minimal shots. Just can't say enough about this team. They dominated today. Seems to me that Mississippi State game was a wake-up call. Ever since this team, and even that Georgia game, they got up 14 points. Georgia comes back, pushes it out to 11, got cocky, and then ever since Dalton Knecht and Ziegler took that game over, specifically Knecht, but Ziegler had a big hand in that as well. This team has been red hot. They had an excellent week at home. Florida, Alabama, both coming to town, both with high-powered offenses. Both of them got stifled this week. Really good week for Tennessee. That moves Tennessee to 5-1 in the conference right now. So this team is, and then it goes this week. You're at Vanderbilt. It goes with South Carolina at home. Should be 2 winnable games again this week, leading into that midweek matchup. The following week is Kentucky. It's going to be a big one. That's going to be at Rupp Arena. You know what you're getting into when you go to Rupp Arena. It's one thing when the team's good. It's one thing when it's a John Calipari team. It's another thing when you add in those 3 extra bodies that you've always got to contend with when you go to Rupp Arena. I want to get into these team stats here just a minute as well. And while I'm getting into that, I think it's pretty big news on the football front today. Of course, pictures of surface with Josh Heupel sitting with George McIntyre and number 1 offensive tackle in the nation out of Charlotte, David Sanders, in for a visit. I don't think that's a coincidence. McIntyre announces Monday morning, 10:20 Eastern time. I think it's a pretty good possibility Tennessee is getting some really good news on Monday morning, and I think you're going to start to see them build that class that they're building. Things are going good for Tennessee sports right now. Things aren't going good for Alabama sports right now, and I'm here for it. I'm here for every bit of it. We've listened to this Alabama crap for years. Let's see. Team stats. Back to that here. So let's see. Field goal percentage, Tennessee 48.5, Alabama 44.6. 3-point percentage. This was a biggie. Tennessee 35.7, Alabama 19%. Alabama lives and dies by that 3. They died by it today. Alabama actually out-rebounded Tennessee 37-35 today, but it didn't make that big of a difference. Assists 21-10 Tennessee. Steals 16-5 Tennessee. Blocks 6-4. Like I said, that should have been much more. Here's your game changer. Tennessee 7 turnovers, Alabama 22 turnovers. And that led to over 20 points off of those turnovers today. Tennessee's largest lead at one point was 27. Again, just total domination by this team. And Rick Barnes has found something. Talked about, I dropped a video last night talking about the legend of Dalton Knecht, but there was a good article in The Athletic yesterday that talked about where Knecht come from to get to Tennessee, but it talked about their trust in him and how Dalton Knecht's on that level with Rick Barnes of Kevin Durant when it comes to a level of trust. Barnes has trusted him. He's taking this game over. Fully expect when they announce SEC Player of the Week this week, it's going to be Knecht and it's not going to be Coe. I obviously don't know. I've not kept up with the stats around the league. Maybe there's somebody else lighting it up, but I fully expect Knecht is your SEC Player of the Week for 2 weeks running. I don't see where he's slowing down at this point. The only thing right now that can slow down Dalton Knecht, I really feel, is Dalton Knecht. Didn't even have a good shooting day today from the field. Still come up with 25 points today. Like I said, 2 games coming up this week at Vanderbilt and then South Carolina at home next week. I fully expect Tennessee to take care of business. Now, we do know SEC road game, I expect that to be a little tougher at Vandy. They lost at Vandy last year, so you can't go in there and take it for granted. No doubt about it. Where does this team go? I think it's set. I think it's a good time almost to start revisiting this team's potential and where it goes. I'm high on this team right now. I love what I'm seeing. I always go on about offense. It's one thing to have that defense, but if you don't have an offense to go with it, it's kind of pointless. Right now, Tennessee's going to play defense, but right now they're playing offense too. That's back-to-back games, close to 90 points. 91 today, 85. Other than that, that is 2 very good offensive outputs for Tennessee, more than their season average. Well, but it's always a great day to beat Alabama. It's always a great day. Hopefully on Monday, we'll beat Alabama out again for George McIntyre. I don't even know what else to say, guys. I'm happy about this. It's a big win. Keep on rolling, Tennessee. Make sure you check out the content this week. VFL review coming tomorrow. Monday morning, we'll try to set it with the George McIntyre video to drop a bit after his announcement. Baseball preview, the infielders. Going to continue my series on that this week as well as I move forward, working up to baseball season. And right now, I'm really thinking hard about going live February 16th after the Tennessee-Texas Tech baseball game. But we'll see how it goes. Happy Saturday. You guys enjoy your day. Make sure you like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you share this out for me. It's greatly appreciated. But as always, go Vols, and go Vols. My name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange. Have a good evening.